Okay, so we are going to start this video again where we left the last one. And in the last video, we were looking at the at this table, and we said that there was an increase in disposable income, and there was also an increase in inflation. But now we are going to look at the proportion of the increase. Please look at the proportion of the increase of both. What happens that here your income was 8,000. Okay, this income has gone up exactly by 50%. 4,000 has been added to this, the nominal income, please, and this becomes 12,000. Here the income has gone up also by 50%, and it has gone up 15 thousand. And here also your income has gone up by 50%, and it has become 22,500. So this is the first scenario. The increase in income is 50%. The increase in nominal income is 50%. The increase in inflation is also 50%. Okay, so whenever there's an increase in whenever there's an increase in um, income and an increase in inflation which is of the same level, 50% increase in income and 50% increase in inflation. So when you correct that amount for inflation, you will find that there is no increase in real income. Okay, look at this. This person was earning 8,000 here. He got a 50% increase, which was 4,000. Okay, but when he paid sorry, not the tax, when he adjusted this 12,000 for 50% inflation, his income came back to 8,000. His income came back to 8,000, which is this. Okay, so this is the situation here. The situation is that when your income goes up by 50%, all right, when your income goes up by 50% and you try to adjust that thing for inflation, then, and if the inflation level is the same, then there will be the real income, which is the nominal income adjusted for inflation, it will be exactly the same. And from this real income, once you minus the tax, which is now something which you're going to pay at the higher tax level, once you pay the tax, then your income falls even further. So previously this person's income was 8,000. Now his income has gone down from 8,000 to 7,200. So that is the situation that takes place. So the rule, please now keep this rule in mind. When both price level and nominal income rise by the same percentage, the when both prices and nominal incomes rise by the same percentage, then the increase in nominal income will be killed by the level of inflation, and your real income will be exactly the same as the previous year. You got a 50% increase, that's the growth. But the inflation is also 50%, it kills the growth by the exact same proportion. So that is an important thing to understand from this table. Go through this table once again and you will understand it. Okay, so what does this imply? This means, and who has done this? The tax system has itself done this. The inflation took place because of growth or whatever factor, but the tax killed the um, purchasing power even further, because initially the purchasing power was reduced by inflation. Inflation reduced it, and then the taxation killed this purchasing power even further. It came back from 8,000 to 7,200. This tax is progressive tax. It's already there. It's a built-in stabilizer. It ensures that demand does not rise to such a level that inflation continues to rise at a very high rate. Okay, so this is and it reduces the aggregate demand. The effect of the injection and the leakage both is dampened. The word that we use is dampened. And how does it dampen it? It reduces the multiplier. Okay, the taxes, let's say more money has come into the system, there has been an injection into the system, now people have more money in their pockets. But what happens is that the tax takes away that those injections from the pockets of the people. It becomes a leakage. By uh, doing that leakage, by taking that money out, the aggregate demand does not rise that fast, and inflation is kept under control because people have been dragged. This is called the fiscal drag. People have automatically been taken from one tax bracket into another tax bracket. Okay, real income remains the same. So the main thing in the fiscal drag is that what we have seen in that table as well, that even though real income does not change, even though real income does not change, people still have to pay higher taxes because now they are in a higher tax bracket. Look at this table once again. Your real income was 8,000. Okay, and the real income is still 8,000. The real income hasn't changed, but the government has taken tax at a higher rate. Previously government was not taking any tax because the nominal income was 8,000. Now the nominal income is 12,000. So now the government is taking a tax. Because of this tax, this real income, real disposable income now has gone down, and the effect of the inflation has been reduced. Okay, so so the rule here is very simple. Progressive tax reduces the size of the multiplier. Okay, because it takes away more money as a leakage. Tax is a leakage, so it takes away money from the pockets of the people. The money is not, it does not come into the circular flow of income. A lot of money will not come into the circular flow of income, and thereby the high taxes are going to keep inflation and economic activity in check. But that will depend upon the marginal propensity to tax. The rule, the bigger the MPT, the smaller will be the multiplier. Marginal propensity to tax. How much, what proportion of income is the government going to take away in the form of taxes? Now, please do look at these two economies. This is the first is W economy one. So, what does W mean here? It means the withdrawals. Okay, it means the taxes. Okay, the tax is the withdrawal. The other withdrawal, of course, is the saving. So but here just think of this W as the sum of tax and the savings. And then there is another economy where your withdrawals, the withdrawal line is much steeper. So we are assuming here that in economy 2, the withdrawals are steeper because the propensity to tax is much higher. The propensity to tax is much higher in the second economy. Okay, that's why the withdrawal line is rising more steeply. um, a higher percentage of your income will be taken away by the government as a tax. Let's say this is Europe. In Europe, you pay more taxes. The propensity to tax in Europe is more. In America, the propensity to tax in most states is less. Okay, so here the taxes will rise with the increase in income, but less steeply. The rise will be less fast. Now, let's say that previously this was the level of injection. Now, if this is the level of injection, look at this point. This is the point where the withdrawals or the taxes in the first economy, economy one and economy two, they equal one another, and so does injection. So this is the point where all three equal. Okay, why are we equaling all this? Because we want to assume a point from where all the incomes are equal. So the income in economy 1 and economy 2 is why not. Okay, we start from that level of income, why not. Okay, then we assume that injections increase from this to this. This is actually J0 and it goes up to J1. So this has been a a wrong label for which I apologize. But the injection rises from this to this. Now, when the injection rises, people get more money in their pockets. People have more money in their pockets, but in economy two, okay, in economy two, the propensity to put a tax on this increased income is much higher. So what happens? Let's say the income, the injection was, let's say the injection was $100, but the propensity here is to take 50% of $100 as a tax. So what is the net increase in income? The increase in income is from y0 to y2. Income increased by 100, but 50 was taken away by the government, so the net increase in income is only 50. So income increases from y0 to y2. But in this economy, which is the American economy, the propensity to tax is much lower. Let's say it's only 20%. So when the income increases by $100, what happens? The government takes only $20 as a tax. The propensity to tax is much lower. So because of this injection, now the incomes will not rise by 50, the incomes will rise by 80. So we both started from this income level, but the same level of injection caused higher incomes in economy 1 and lesser income increases in economy 2, because the propensity to tax in the first economy is less and the propensity to tax in the second economy is more. Okay, thank you very much for this. In the next video now we are going to look at the other side of fiscal policy, which is discretionary fiscal policy. We are done with automatic stabilizers. Please do go through this once more, and if you have any issues, any questions, you can leave your questions in the comment section, and then we will continue. But do just keep one thing in mind, that transfer payments are also a way of increasing injections, and they also become subject then to, of course, transfer payments simply means that the government transfers money from one person to the other person without any increase in output. But this also becomes then subject to the automatic stabilizers, and its impact is also dampened by automatic stabilizers. But do keep in mind that automatic stabilizers take long period of time to have an impact on the economy. That's why we do need discretionary fiscal policy, in which the government actively comes into the market and it actively formulates policy, either contractionary or expansionary, in order to once again become more evenly dispersed around this line, which is our target level of growth, desired level of growth, and the business cycle becomes more stable. We will look at the tools that the government has in the next section, in the next video. Thank you very much indeed.